Let's jump right into it. Bam.
So let's kick things off and get into it. Peter, can you talk to us about Clash?
All right. Hello, BlizzCon.
So as far as I'm concerned, Clash is just, as far as we know, a 5 CP type deal, but they haven't really shown much gameplay. They just showed screenshots of different Hanamura edits.
As you can see, I am super excited to be here and share some of the content that we prepared. So can we play the video? All right.
So this is the new game mode.
Looks familiar to everyone. Cool. Yeah, Hanamura is one of my favorite map.
Said no one ever.
More about that, but before I jump in, everything we are going to see today is very work in progress. And as a matter of fact, we were making a lot of changes even this week also. So please, look at this, screenshots and videos and concepts, as that, inside of your mind.
That big building in the back looks pretty familiar too.
See, that's what I mean. That's what already we looped in the matter of like 15 seconds. They looped how much of the map they're showing. They didn't show where the control point is. They didn't show where any of the health packs are, where the spawn points are. So I think they just moved around some buildings. Not that that's not difficult or anything.
That looks awesome.
But we're in the very early stages right now, which is just scary to think about.
Yeah, so
because time flies.
Our original 2CP maps were absolutely gorgeous. However,
You literally played 2CP at BlizzCon with Malga? Yeah, that's because people in the chat were begging. I did it against my will. I said, you know what? I'm going to stop being selfish, and I'm going to let the chat decide what the next map is. And then I brought up Hanamura, and everybody was immediately on board, because they know that I hate it.
The challenges we had with the 2CP mode, we had to remove some of those iconic maps, from our rotation, including Hanamura. There are beautiful, lots of beautiful maps in our game, yet Hanamura in particular has a special place in our heart for, many reasons. I still remember the day that I created this concept. I was walking down the back alley of, the Japan street with the Google map, and I got obsessed about a small mom and pop store, and I loved it. And I was thinking, yes, let's expand this world with our lens. It was a magical moment that I cannot forget. Just like that.
I wonder if that mom and pop store he's talking about is the noodle shop that you see right when you leave the arcade.
Location that really made a team feel, this is it. This is Overwatch. Yes, we can build this world. Our vision of this universe instantly became clear. So after we retired some of those iconic maps, we have wanted to find a way to bring them back, because Hanamura is loved and known to our players and to our characters. Also, there were so many stories that we had developed around this city, right? So, now with this new Clash mode.
You think they're going to fuse the deathmatch map with Hanamura to make a big map? Well, that would be hard to explain lore-wise, unless, because right now how it's located is that Kanezaka there's like a whole mountain separating that and Hanamura, which is way above. But that'd be cool if there was just some, in-game, not in real life, if there was just some avalanche, mountain fall, landslide thing, and it merged the two together. I don't think they're going to do that, though. I think they're going to say whatever map this is. Oh yeah, it's Hanaoka or something? Hanaoka? Hanaoka? I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. I think they're going to put it maybe to the side of Hanamura a little bit, and then we'll have a third Japan map, just like how we had a third Japan hero.
It was our perfect opportunity to bring our Hanamura back. However, the big question was, how can we do this without making it feel artificial? Considering we did not want to remove the original location from our game. Instead, we wanted to expand the world because identity is so important in our game. So we made a new section of Hanamura, a street right next to the original map. and we named our map
I was right.
Hanaoka, meaning flower hill. You can picture the image, right?
I love that.
When you play this map, you can even see some section of the original Hanamura, the map in the backdrop. As you can see in this screenshot, there is a famous Rikimaru ramen shop, and you can see the gate right behind it, right?
We all know what that gate is.
That's a famous choke point.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you play this game, you should be able to tell where you are roughly. During this process, we also made a few new assets that can hint at the stories of Shimada clan and Hashimoto clan. Also, Kiriko's a yokai group.
You know what this is giving me nostalgia of? Did any of you guys play Modern Warfare 2? And if you did, what was the iconic map of Modern Warfare 2? I'm testing you guys here. What was the map that you guys thought of? Dome? Okay. Somebody got it. For me, it was personally Rust. Right? And for those of you that didn't play Modern Warfare 2, the ending campaign, all the campaign had multiplayer maps integrated into the campaign. But the thing about Rust is that it was only in the background of like one of the most crucial scenes in the campaign. And I just thought that was crazy that they designed a whole map just in the background of one of the cutscenes. And they never, during the campaign, you never went inside of the multiplayer part of the map of Rust.
And many others.
And I guess it's kind of similar to here.
What you're seeing on the screen, the tiger represents Hashimoto clan, and the dragon represents the Shimada clan in our story. So we created this new wall painting, so subtly melting the story into our environment. This Hanaoka map.
This looks like another crazy choke point. It does look a little bit wider, but I don't like how little space we got going on. Oh, is that an underpass? Oh, that is. Looks like you can go underneath. Okay, that's good. That shows promise. However, I know up there, in this direction, that is definitely the, what do you call it? The ceiling. The sky block, whatever it is called. You can't get over there by just flying over, I bet. Skybox, yeah, that's it.
For this Hanaoka map was pretty exciting, personally, as a fanboy. And I hope this map also makes you excited as well.
Yeah, that
Oh yeah, there are passages on the side. I couldn't tell. Oh yeah, I see it now. There's doorways on the right and left. Okay, maybe this isn't as bad as Hanamura.
All of our maps are these beautiful works, and Hanaoka pushes that even further. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Clash, it's the third new game mode that we've made for Overwatch 2. The third new game mode we've made for all of Overwatch after Push and Flashpoint. I think it's really important to go into a bit of why we made new game modes for Overwatch. We think it's really important to always be developing new maps, and we put out several of them every year, but
you should be good now.
We do it when we build a map for
oh, is this it? Is it? Wait, go. See, this is what I mean. This is why in one ear and out the other at BlizzCon. I don't remember seeing this at all. Oh, wait, no, this is just a King of the Hill map. No, this could be the other one. I guess the points could be in between. It looks like a King of the Hill map, though.
But
it looks so small.
Each time we do it, when we build a map for a known game mode, one that we already have, we can only make so many changes to that map. Like an escort map, it's always going to have 3 sections, and we use really hard corners in those to provide choke points.
Yo, what's up? Damn, long time no see.
For the offense to get through. We try to provide as much variety in those, but we really can't make something completely different.
This doesn't look very
until
open.
We start working on an entirely new type of objective, entirely new types of game modes. Like if you look at something like one of our escort maps like Dorado, and then you compare that to something like our Flashpoint map like Suravasa, you can see those are very different levels, and they provide different a different type of gameplay.
It's a test map
too. There's different strategies when you play on different types of game modes. There's different
Why are they showing it to us then?
Team compositions that you might want to pick.
Isn't this panel called Overwatch What's Next? Not what's been made in the past that we use to test other maps?
It's really important. I don't know, like, how long we'll continually make like a new game mode every year, but we're not at the point where we think we ought to stop yet.
Ooh,
and so let's talk a
that's
little bit
good.
about the
New game mode, good.
of Clash and the history of 5CP, because Clash has 5 control points laid out in a row. This is not the first time the Overwatch team has tried to make a 5CP map. We originally started making it for Volskaya. Volskaya Heavy Industries started as a 5CP map. Our early prototypes were of that. And we had like 5 control points laid out in a row. And originally we called it Iron Star. These images right here were pieces that Peter did a long time ago as we were working on Iron Star. And yeah, how old are these images, do you think?
I don't exactly recall, but I like it. It looks cool.
It does look
like
sick.
Maybe 2010 or something like that.
What?
So we even had 5CP maps on Project Titan that we were doing. And we even had a variant of it that was a 3CP map.
Can you imagine a photo getting shown 13 years later?
When you look at 3CP, where there's like a point in the middle and one on each side, it's almost like a symmetrical version of Assault, or what the community would call 2CP for Overwatch. I'm assuming most of you know what it is. If you're new to Overwatch 2 and didn't play the original game, 2CP was a game mode where there was an offense and a defense, and the offense would try to capture 2 control points in a row. And we had
Why is he bringing it up?
Issues with
I don't want to
2CP,
remember.
that we were never really able to solve. And the 2 biggest ones, they're related to each other. The offense sometimes would just get stalled out at the first choke point in an assault map.
This is something that I remember saying. Okay, wait. Oh wait, no, it's not this. It's not this.
Because there's only
point.
2 objectives, we really favored the defense from a level design point of view. But sometimes the offense would make no progress in the map. Time would run out. They would lose. It felt like the match had like no story to it, almost like nothing even happened over the course of that game. And on the other side, sometimes because Overwatch can be a game that snowballs a bit, the offense would get an early pick, they'd win a team fight, instantly take the first point, they'd all have their ults, run to point B, wipe out the enemy team, and then like win the whole game or the round if it was competitive, and they could do all of this in under a minute.
And that's why Ultimates ruined Overwatch. That's why TF2 thrives. There's only one Ultimate in the whole game. That's Ubercharge or Crits or whatever you call it. Yeah. There's not enough players, which is why they should release a game mode that just allows you to have 20 people in one server and the map is huge. Can you imagine how fun that would be? Maybe you nerf the Ultimates and all that, but oh man.
30 seconds.
That could be so sick.
30 seconds in like the most extreme example.
Surely
It just
wouldn't
felt like
affect
on the
people's
defense,
processing power on their
you had,
computer.
like, so we spent months and months trying to fix it, and we never were really able to come up with something that worked that didn't require us to completely rebuild some of those maps. One of the things we did try was we like greatly expanded the cap time for those control points. It was like over a minute to take them some of the time. There was some promise there. It was a lot of fun, but the way those maps are built, defending a point from the defense never really worked. The map geometry didn't really
Thanks for the sub.
let that happen in like a fluid way, but we kind of always kept that in the back of our minds. So when we started to develop Clash, we thought of some of those experiments because we knew the community had a love for Assault, a love for 2CP.
Who? What community? Not me.
Right, it was pretty amazing. Like,
Not the community, me.
Assault. And so we started thinking of a version of it, maybe it's not a successor, but at least some of the mechanics were
As an old
inspired
Battlefield
by
player, it's
2CP,
fun.
and so
Yeah,
we
you just
started
need more
working on
people.
Clash. And so let's
Good one.
I can get into a bit of the rules and the way Clash works. That, I guess, was the preamble for the way Clash works. So yeah, so there are 5 control points. And at the start of the game, each team owns the 2 control points that are closest to their side of the map. And the middle point is the neutral control point. That's the one that both teams are going to fight over. For all the people here at BlizzCon, you can think of it as BlizzCon. Point C is the Overwatch World Cup. the arena over here is point A, and the Warcraft section is point E, all the way down at the...
This is what I was commenting on. A multi-million-dollar company, and this is the graphic they can come up with.
The center control point is going to unlock, and both teams fight over that. When one team captures that, a new control point is going to unlock in the direction that the offense is moving. If you've played other multiplayer games with 5CP, typically those have 2 control points active at any time. We don't do it here. We just have one at a time. Every time we've tried to make more than one objective active for Overwatch, the game just doesn't work the same as it does. Like, some of the magic is gone. The magic of Overwatch is 2 teams working together for a common objective, and the heroes sort of like relying on each other to do that. In this example, point D would unlock. If team 1 were to take point D, they would then point E would unlock. And if they were to actually go all the way through and capture point E, then team 1 would win. It doesn't happen that often. It's very defensive favor at that point. It even takes longer to capture as the offense. And so typically this...
Did they say how long each match would be? Would it be like 10 minutes? Like push?
Will push a certain distance, and then they won't take the next point. The defense will take it, and then the defense starts moving. So it almost feels a little bit like 2CP, but you're moving back and forth.
That's not good. Okay, that's what I will say. But you're moving across the thing. That's what I hated about 2CP, is that the chokes were so goddamn small. There was one fight that happened. If you could just push through, then it was a steamroll into the other one. Okay, the main thing about 2CP that I hated was that it felt like you couldn't go off and do your own thing and actually make a change on your own. And sometimes it just feels good to be able to have that opportunity. Like with Hanamura, your whole team, okay, let's say you're on second point. Your whole team is holding, and there's that small little doorway. If, for example, me playing Lucio tries to just slither in, defense is just like, oh, he's out in the wide open. A Torbjorn turret or the Symmetra turret is going to slow him down, shoot him, he's done. Obviously, I'm playing with a bunch of strangers and competitive. I'm solo queuing. I can't communicate to them that well that we can all go in together and it'll work effectively. So yeah, I'm going to be like, go in. I'm going to go in alone. There's people that I just met, even though I communicated it, they're probably not going to go in all at once. Yeah, that's my main issue with 2CP, is that you just get stuck with this small little doorway, and if one person makes it by, it just doesn't work. Each match is 10 hours. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need. A 10-hour match.
Maximum score in there. Sometimes 5CP can devolve into these hour-long matches where nobody's able to push all the way through.
I love the sound of that.
That's our early
personally.
out in this phase where you get to a certain score. We're still tuning that right now, but you'll hit a certain score, and then your team will also win right there.
Aaron, would you say it's our sweatiest game mode yet?
Some people on the team say that this is like the sweatiest version of Overwatch because you
is that good or bad that it's sweaty?
You have a lot of moments where there's a lot less chokes in a map like this. We don't have the same sort of chokes that 2CP did. So there's a lot of free movement back and forth, and there's a lot of cool strategies you can have. You know you're going to take a point sometimes. Cool strategies is just teleporting as Symmetra, sticking in one spot as Bastion, waiting for somebody to turn the corner and gunning them down. No, they're not cool, be honest, they're sweaty. And you start pushing your team forward to start just getting a positional advantage on the next one. It can be really fun.
And like we were just like quickly building it and blocking it out and put it in the game and test it and get the feedback and fix it and re-put it in the game. So, you know, that kind of, I
love when Reaper's in a match. Even though I know he was like meta for a long time, in OWL and high level play, I still love seeing Reaper just everywhere.
The fast, sweetest game mode, the fast pace, the game mode.
So proud of all of them to be able to do something like this. Okay.
I'm excited to see it.
That's Clash, and we're going to talk a lot more about PvP changes coming to the game and heroes, but before we get into
that's good.
Monica, can you get into some of the PvE updates that are coming?
Yeah, super excited to be here chatting with you guys.
Good luck, Monica.
PvE encompasses so many different things, and we are working on some really fun stuff for next year. For most of it, we don't have any specifics that we can share just yet. I know I'm a monster, I'm sorry. But it's really
Self-aware.
awesome to see how invested people are and what's going to happen with the Overwatch
That makes her
story,
cool.
both canon and non-canon, with the heroes in the universe. The team has received some really great feedback from players that we're going through, and we're using all of that to inform how we develop all of the cool stuff coming next. But for right now, I'm really excited to share some major updates coming in Season 8 for Hero Mastery. The thing that I really love about Overwatch is that
That was it? Wait, really?
Isn't 8 for Hero Mastery. But for right now, I'm really excited to share some develop all of the cool stuff coming next.
Okay, so they literally gave us nothing for PvE. That's what I thought I missed. I thought I was just like, are they gonna tell us anything? This even looked like an old map. This looks like the new Queen Street map. That's not even a PvP map. Oh no, it is. That's the part where you defend them from the ship. Yeah, these are all the old maps. Okay, that is not promising whatsoever. I have to say though, the Halloween game mode that they just did was the most fun Halloween game mode that I've ever played out of all of Overwatch 1 and 2, the latest one. And that's just because they gave us a little sneak peek of the PvE stuff. Was just like, hey, you can unlock these abilities that make your character play different. And then you're like OP by the end, but it's not overdone because the enemies have high health and all that. I would not be upset because surely they did some work on the skill trees, right? So if they just did how they did with the Halloween game mode, where they give us these really difficult legendary missions that they shouldn't take 6 hours to make, to finish, because then you have your skill tree upgrades like in the Halloween game mode, and then it would be a lot of fun.
The thing that I really love about Overwatch is that it isn't just one thing, there's something for everyone. For folks that wanted a solo challenge and leaderboard
Finally caught you live, been struggling. Yo, what's up, G?
Mastery
Welcome to the stream. And you subbed, and you got the first time.
It's so much fun for us to see players in the courses trying to top their previous scores and get better, so we're really excited to expand the roster of playable heroes.
So this is Hero Mastery.
Coming in Season 8, we'll have 5 new heroes joining Hero Mastery. Those will be Diva, Echo, Genji, Lucio, and Mei.
Yeah, like these movement characters, you think they'd get it
Plus,
first
we're also excited to have
versus some
leaderboard
others.
resets go live with this update.
Wait, what'd they say?
Plus, we're also excited to have leaderboard resets go live with this update, and we'll also be introducing replay bookmarks, so you can rewatch parts of your gameplay and look for areas to improve your score.
It is about time. Halo 3 did this. 2007.
As a being a support main, I don't support mains.
Yes, thank goodness. Oh my goodness. That was life-threatening right there. Whoo! Thank God they connected the fists.
Expand my hero roster. The perfect opportunity for me to jump in and like practice my skill. And especially when I was doing that with Reinhardt, like it was such a great moment for for me to learn the a control of charge.
Chat, I'm actually gonna try the Lucio
how early should I stop?
mastery and score high on that.
It was just the very fun moment that I had with Hero Mastery.
Are you at top 500 Reinhardt now?
Getting close.
Close. Soon.
Shocker.
Keeping with the philosophy of having something for everyone, we don't want to limit the Hero Mastery experience for folks who want to play with their friends or maybe meet new ones in-game. For me, Overwatch has been a social game, and we're really looking forward to bringing that into Hero Mastery next year with Hero Mastery Gauntlet. This new 3-player co-op mode features the Hero Mastery Art Kit, bots, and all new gameplay that is focused on enemy waves and tower defense.
Oh, here's Farah. Okay.
Work in progress footage up here where you could see the 3 Gauntlet towers, which are our objective points.
That's all they get for Lucio? Not even him wall riding? Him doing the one thing that every Lucio player day 1 does?
The goal for the
They don't go on the wall?
Towers from attacking bots. There'll be exploding bots, flying bots,
Wait.
all sorts of
Oh, this is
there. And
this
it's
is
really
not.
fun to challenge the
Oh.
defense of 3 towers.
This is actually
different
sick.
types of bots and different ways to power up. And so as a result, you want to make sure that you are defending really well in your towers, getting power-ups on all of them. There's airstrikes that you could call in if you're being swarmed by bots, or you can generate healing for the entire team.
This is awesome. As I just shared, I had a lot of fun.
It makes you realize that these are the early stages of PvE maps that never got finished, which is why they're okay with saying, hey, we're going to use the Hero Mastery map designs. And then use this little...
right? But now
this new game mode. It's going to be sick.
Plus, I'm a big fan of...
That was originally Null Sector. Now they're just enemy training bots. That's what I believe.
mastery. Plus, I'm a big fan of like a tower defense mode. And like you can do that with your friends. Yeah.
Yep, and there's leaderboards for this too. So like, there's going to be like a
That could be
crazy race
fun.
when this one comes out.
If they handle that like they did
It's really
MVM, but there's no
hard, too.
upgrades,
It's a great
so.
game.
Yeah, I played it recently, and my 2 of my towers just went down immediately. Gotta practice some more. When Gauntlet ships, we're gonna have heroes rotate seasonally, and
It's
we're
like
also gonna
zombies.
have new custom rewards from challenges.
Call of Duty Zombies.
We really want each game to feel highly replayable and really unique, so we're really excited for you all to jump into Gauntlet with your friends next year.
That is exciting. I hope that Gauntlet can become something greater than what it looks like right now.
Okay, so we've heard just a little bit of feedback on our competitive system since we did a rework last
A little
year.
bit.
And we've
He's a funny one.
listened to all of it. It's important for us to hear what you all have to say. So we've been hard at work on a pretty big overhaul to it. And Gavin is here.
This is actually good, what they're about to say. This is where I, like,
First, wanna tell
kind
you
of paid
about
attention
our
more.
Approach to improving competitive play. So, as most of you know, we have some big problems to solve. We're not transparent about how we construct our matches, how your rank is determined, or how our rewards function. Most of you have all the golden weapons you'd ever want, so giving you competitive points doesn't feel great. And since we launched Overwatch 2...
Yeah, Sid, I was kind of confused. I'm pretty good at realizing, oh, I have 3,000 competitive points. It's time to buy a new gold gun. But the last time I checked, I had more than 6,000. So I could, for the first time ever, in 1 hour, I could buy 2 golden competitive guns. Why is that? Do they give more nowadays?
At our highest and lowest ranks.
I know it's not my rank, because I've been higher
These
before.
problems make our goals pretty straightforward. We need to put more feedback in the game about every aspect of competitive that we can. We need new rewards and improved clarity around how to get them.
Yes, we
And
do.
we need to address the pain points.
Yes,
Things
we
like
do.
How bad it feels to be on a lost streak.
Mm.
So,
Feels horrible.
It's
yeah.
I was clapping here.
heard that a lot. We've definitely heard that.
I was the loudest clapper in the room here.
Doesn't feel good to have 14 losses.
No. So in Season 9, we're introducing a variety of changes to competitive play. First, we're removing the requirement to get 5 wins or 15 losses to get a competitive update. So, lost streaks would guarantee that you were going to rank down, so what's the incentive to keep playing if you're on one? In its place, we're adding a new page that makes your rank more transparent than ever. Let's go. We call this the competitive overview. With this new system,
Yes!
your rank will update after
Yes!
every match, win or loss. The progress bar at the bottom shows exactly how
I
much
love that. Make it like every other video game does. It's almost as if they have something figured out by now. In the year 2023.
And when you hit that, so when you win a game and it hits plat 5, you immediately rank up to plat 5. You're not waiting extra games to do something like that. It just happens.
Yeah.
Now, what I had a question about this is that it's basically ranked like other rank systems have, but you know how if you did really well in your 5 placement matches and you could go from gold 1 to plat 4 or something, right? Wait, is that right? Yeah. Is it possible to rank up more than once? Oh, wait, they're showing that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, bro's going from gold 2 to plat 5. So you can... That's what this means? Why is it going from gold 2 to plat 5 instead of gold 1? That's a bit confusing. I don't know about that one. Oh, they are gold 1. Oh, I get it. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm an idiot. Okay. They're gold 1 right now. So what I'm asking is it possible to do well enough in a game that you rank up twice? Because that can happen in certain games. Like Vyeplorant.
Yeah.
I'm literally not even trying to sound cocky here because of how little I play Valorant. If I ever place and I have one good game, it's very common for me to go up 2 ranks.
So we call those green.
I should stop calling it Vyeplorant. Some people don't know about it. It's Valorant, okay?
That progress bar, rank modifiers. They show why your rank changed the way it did. So, since we want to be as precise as possible. So these are explained in detail
they have a
by the
streak.
information button on this page.
Yes,
But
okay.
an example here is streak.
Yep.
This one means you ranked up even more because you're on a win
Because you're on a win streak.
We'll talk about that smaller progress bar in the top
sick.
right in a moment. But as you can see at the bottom, we've also added a link that takes you straight to the final scoreboard.
Oh, something that my face cam is blocking here. It is just that, it says that they could either be gold 2 or plat 5. But yeah.
Yeah, and there's also a rank progress. It might be hard to read. It's a little bit small on the screen, but it's right above that bar right there. And right now it says your rank progress is 85%. So you can see you're exactly 85% of the way to the next rank.
Right here.
There's a lot.
Yeah, does the streak also apply to the freaking losing situations?
A lot of people, when we get feedback, a lot of people were asking us to bring SR back. It was the system that we had on Overwatch 1. And we did have a few issues with SR, and maybe like 2 of the biggest ones are, one, it was a very arbitrary number to just say you were 2374.
Arbitrary. 2374. Everybody knows about 2374.
And it does, like, we recognize it does take
Is that
on
gold?
meaning after a while for people that are playing with it. What we're hoping
I wouldn't know.
here is that
I was
you're
in
gold
diamond
1 and
during
you're
these
85.
times.
You're 85% of the way through gold 1, and that actually has more meaning for the vast majority of players. And also at the same time, the difference between a gold 3 and a gold 4 sometimes is just, it's like less than 4 wins away from each other. And so that wasn't necessarily conveyed very well through the SR system. We really like having these divisions in there, and we really want people to know precisely where they are in that division. And so that's the reason we went this way. Obviously, we listen to feedback, the system can evolve over time, but this is where it's at right now.
Yeah, so
You know what I've never seen video game companies do that I think could help them a lot, but I see why they don't most of the time, is that you have these streamers that are like the faces of the community. In Overwatch, like an example would be Flats, who talks about the game a bunch. He gives his opinion on something. And then most of the time, like, as somebody who plays the game as much as him, like, some of his opinions can be valid, some of his opinions can be extremely wrong, or in your opinion, they could be wrong. But when they're addressing, like, we listen to the community, I feel like games don't really take time to show that there was like a one-on-one conversation with a streamer or a community player. And I think that if video game companies did that more, that would help their face a lot and make people like the devs more. I'm not sure how they could approach that, but just like literally showing, hey, this was specifically a talk that we had with these streamers, like name drop them and all, and then this was the change brought about. But then you'd have the people who don't give a shit about streamers, who actually hate streamers, because there are a lot of people out there that just don't like streamers, period, for no reason. And they'll be like, wow, this game, I'm done with it.
when we launch Season 9, we'll also be resetting ranks and bringing placements back to Overwatch 2. So this isn't a full MMR reset, but it will give you a chance to make a big change to your rank because your placements games will count for a lot more.
Oh,
we want to do
okay.
that every year, along with some big changes to our systems and hero balance. We want to give everyone a chance.
Oh, they were playing
to earn a new
Pharah.
rank.
They're a Pharah player. That's
We'll also
good.
be
Oh, but it's
redistributing
gold. Damn it.
players at all ranks. Those of you in Bronze 5, Silver 5, and Silver 4 know how hard it can be to rank up in our current system, and we can fix that with the redistribution. Those of you in Grandmaster 1 also know that we have more Grandmasters than we ever did in Overwatch 1. So, as part of this redistribution...
What is that? Was she smiling? Look at Monica's face.
So, as part of this
She doesn't look happy about that.
added a new rank above Grandmaster called Ultimate. We want to update our competitive rewards.
Wait. Did I hear him right? Did I hear that right?
We're also adding a new rank above Grandmaster called Ultimate.
Damn, I'm never going to be Ultimate. I can't even get to
Competitive
Grandmaster.
rewards every year too. So in Season 9, we'll be adding Emerald weapons. Now this art's not final.
I love
but
that.
hopefully it gives you
Green.
an idea of the
Green
types
is
of rewards
good.
we want to add each new year.
I need those emerald Zenyatta balls. They look so cool.
Me too.
Oh my God.
So when we add Emerald weapons, we'll convert all of our current competitive points into a legacy currency that you can still spend on golden weapons if you want. Yeah, every 2 months is probably...
Those look so fresh.
Yeah. So, going back to solving our
Look, okay, what's so hard about taking the model of a weapon? Like here you can see it's all green. And then also making it all blue or all orange. And then saying, hey, these are lapis weapons. You know? These are sapphire weapons.
problems.
And then you make that a competitive bought item.
And that was the only place to see how to earn our rewards. So we're removing competitive
Just, right? Is that difficult? I genuinely do not know.
Rewards. We think this page is a much cleaner way to show rewards and the requirements to get them. You may have also noticed that smaller progress bar in the top right again. Instead of our old end-of-season challenges that rewarded competitive points based on your final rank, wins and losses both progress you toward big payouts of competitive points. But just like our current weekly challenges, wins grant a lot of bonus progress.
Oh.
And another small improvement we're going to make is showing the range of ranks in the match instead of just the average. You can see that in the top left.
Okay, so what I was hoping they would do for this one is that they would, so as you can see up there, up there, they're showing this is a gold 1 team versus a plat 2 team, which first of all, extremely unfair. Good luck to team 1 if that's how it works, as it goes left and right. I wish they'd show the individual ranks of everybody. At the end of the game, Oh, wait, oh, that's the range. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, I get it, my bad. This is not, okay, so this is team 1. Sorry, all the ranks, the lowest person in the game is gold 1, and the highest is plat 2. Okay, I get it, my bad. But what I was hoping for that they'd show is everybody's rank just at the end of the game. Not in the middle, because then you can be toxic, being like, oh my god, that's your rank, why are you on my team? But in the end, when...
We're also planning a lot of bigger changes after Season 9, like with grouping and competitive, for example. We want players to be able to play with their friends, so we'll be removing most of our current grouping restrictions. To do that, though, we have to rethink how we make competitive
This part
matches.
is amazing, and it's going to be so bad for the true sweats out there, but I am so happy for this news they're about to
If you're a
say.
diamond player and you want to group with your bronze friend,
Yes.
we'll allow that.
Yes!
We'll classify your group as a wide group.
Yup! Widening Wednesday, baby!
Wide groups.
What if we made that? What if I made that a series that we called Widening Wednesdays, except we didn't do the whole music thing, because that's just the thing that Yi and I do. Widening Wednesdays, where I try to get a bronze and a top 500 in the same competitive group, one from every rank, and then I'm just smack dab in the middle, me being the diamond low masters player, and then we just play and see how it goes.
We'll try to find groups
And that'll be the
with
true
similar
Widening
shaping
Wednesdays.
scores. So if you're a diamond tank and your friend is a bronze support, we'll try to find another diamond tank and bronze support for the other team.
Good luck with that. Just be honest. Be like, we're gonna pair you with 2 masters because you're diamond and they're bronze, and that adds up to two masters.
As you probably guessed, the existence of wide groups also means we'll have narrow groups. And this is great as a solo player because you'll only ever play with narrow groups or other solos. So we expect to see some big improvements to match quality for solo players.
That is good. Let's go, baby. That's good. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm kind of excited because I used to play Overwatch with my kids, but they're teenagers and they just started getting better than me. And my oldest ended up becoming...
Isn't this a rated T for teen game, sir? Are you telling me that before they were teenagers they were playing, even though it's your game and it's rated T for teen?
Masters, and we couldn't even...
He's breaking the law!
So now with this new system, he'll have to find another excuse to not play with me.
Yeah, literal skill issue. Another win is this gives us fewer Smurfs. Since the only way to avoid our current grouping restrictions right now to play with your friends is to create new accounts. So you won't need to do that anymore.
Cool.
That is cool.
Okay, so that's the update on the competitive system. And you can't play comp without heroes. And I know we teased a few heroes in opening ceremony yesterday. And Daryl's team has created some amazing concept art to show for some of those heroes. Take it away.
Creating such a visually unique and beautiful game like Overwatch 2 takes a lot of time and iteration. In a Manga Deep Dive panel yesterday, the team went through some of these processes, from coming up with a hero idea, to drawing the concept art, to the modeling, then building their abilities, and actually putting it all into the game. We have a bunch of hero ideas and concepts always brewing. And during the opening ceremony, Aaron teased 2 of these heroes, so let's get into them. Next year, we'll be releasing 3 new heroes.
You know what's crazy about this that I always think about? Apparently, when Overwatch was supposed to be released, it was just supposed to be released like that 2016, and then the only updates that it would get were bug fixes. They weren't going to add new content to it. Like, at the time, there weren't too many games that were getting updates as severe as Overwatch or other games at the time. Like, TF2 was kind of one of the first to be able to... Not one of the first, but one of the few that had, like, game-changing updates in the same title. You know? That's why I always find, like, that's why Overwatch is kind of just so slow or late on that, because they're still recovering from launching their whole last game without having, like, a future planned like that.
A tank, a support, and a damage hero.
From my understanding, speaking to some devs who shall remain anonymous, this isn't true. What I just said? That's what I heard. Apparently, they always wanted to do that. They wanted to keep the same title. Oh, shit. Okay.
Internally, we are already testing all 3 of these heroes in their various states.
And more.
Well, then I was
We're
wrong.
Testing more heroes.
And more. And more. Always more.
So that's even worse. If they planned to continue updating the game with, like, new heroes every few months to get people back into it without making a whole ass new game, then they just messed up.
Though they're already undergoing testing, we aren't ready to show all 3 of them just yet. The hero coming in Season 14 is far enough that we're going to keep that work to ourselves for now. I have to stress that a lot can still change this far out, including abilities and even their in-game models. But here is what we can show you. In Season 12, the next support hero will be released. Currently known on the development team by the codename Space Ranger. She will be our first hero for the Mars colony.
She's so cute. I love her so much.
This is the anti-streamer POV.
We
Look at her
aren't quite
HUD.
ready to show her in action just yet,
Right.
but we do have some early concept art of what she currently looks like. Yeah. I won't dive into her kit either, but she's a highly mobile support hero.
She does look
who
very
has,
kawaii.
quite a bit of vertical mobility. To that end, she has no lack of thrusters on her suits and all over her boots as well.
Another flying character?
And when
Yes,
we say that
dude.
things are still changing, Space Ranger is a perfect example. Her gun has already changed from what we're showing here. Not only that, but as production moves along, we will inevitably run into other elements on her design we will have to iterate on. When we fully reveal her for Season 12, we can talk about all the changes we made to her from the early
Season
drawings
12
that
is
you guys
so
see over
far,
here to the
dude.
final model and the final concepts.
What season are we in right now?
So, Space Ranger likes battling...
Yeah, look at this. Can you imagine being a streamer and having your face cam top left or right and then just blocking the action of one of whatever these missile things are? Or rockets?
her foes from air and space. How about a hero now that battles from under the ground? In Season 10, you'll get to play as our newest damage hero, Venture. They are our second and a half Canadian hero. People often forget
I'm
that
excited for the space person. They fly, they have mobility. That's what I love. That's what I freaking love, is when you can just yeet yourself around the map. I've said that hundreds of times in my life.
the fantasy we're going for with Venture is that of a swashbuckling archaeologist. They have an unquenchable thirst for past treasures and hidden secrets, and will go any which way to get to them. And for Venture, that way is often down. Venture uses their powerful drill to dig through the map to attack the opposing team. Because this drill is so complex in its moving pieces, right? And has a lot of cylindrical geometry, Cajun Wang, our senior concept artist who worked on Venture, decided to employ 3D modeling early in the ideation phases, even for the weapon. And now I'll toss it over to Aaron to show you guys some of how this weapon works.
Yeah, okay, so we have some early gameplay footage of
Woo!
Venture from a recent playtest.
I love the art that they did
This
for her on
floating
the
screen.
side.
We always do those kind of like silly little portraits. One of our artists,
Yeah, the
Taki,
portraits.
does those before they're ready. Burrowing underground is kind of amazing, so they can like.
That's sick.
burst
I didn't
up
realize
out
they
of
have
the
such a big
ground,
jump when they
do
come up.
additional damage, has vertical mobility to it. They move around the map really well. This weapon is amazing. It shoots a projectile out a set distance and it explodes right there. It's like
That dash forward. I wonder if you keep your horizontal stability while you're going over ledges
it's really
and all
nice
that.
to be able to hit people even around corners.
'Cause
with
if you're
that
falling
thing
while you're doing it,
when
that would
they-
suck.
When they duck out of the way. The dig
Ooh, so that's what I like that. There's a little bit of
corners
wind
of
up
that
time
thing
for when you're going
when they-
underground.
when
Look,
they duck out
like there, you can see her trying to do it.
of the way.
Bam.
The dig
They're,
also, it's like the most important part of this is it makes you invulnerable, you know? So it's like you can't be hit when you're underground. It's a great way to escape. It's also a great way
That's another thing that I'm upset about. They are invulnerable.
to
Another
getting
invulnerability.
close to players. You pop up like that, and then you have a dash as well. And so the dash, you can do it in the air. You can dash underground if you want to when you're moving.
I'm sitting up. I'm sitting up.
It's all around just like a really, really fun kit to use. We have this this idea or this goal that we try to do with heroes on Overwatch, and I think we're able to hit it on DPS heroes a little bit more than some of the other ones. But as much as we can, we just want it to be fun to hit the buttons. You know, like move around a space and just kind of have like some joy there. And Venture, I think, is one of those heroes where they just are fun to hit the buttons with.
Hey, Aaron, to expand on that point, when I was playtesting Venture, I was literally, just keep hitting, the button, to borrow in and out, without any reason. But, it was feeling so snappy, just a big shout out to our animation and FX team.
Lucio ult forcing them out would be cool. But it would probably make more sense for Reinhardt to do that, right?
Yep.
So this felt good.
Now we didn't show the ult. We're holding that till season 10 until we fully reveal the hero. So there's more to come. So these are just some of the things that the team is working on. There's so much more. And next year, we'll like have a lot more things to talk to you about, a lot more things to reveal than we could have just fit here within 45 minutes.
I want to say that improving the overall play experience is really important to us. And this goes beyond just game modes and new heroes, but also how everyone engages with the game's meta systems. So one last thing I want to mention that I know people are really interested in is a set of changes and updates to the Battle Pass. An initiative we're working on for next year is a redesign of the Battle Pass. And we're deep in the process of working through this, which means we aren't ready yet to go through the details. But I want to give you a small glimpse of what we're thinking.
Okay.
One goal is to offer players more agency when it comes to the Mythic Skin reward.
Yup.
Let me talk through a couple of specific cases.
Speak your piece.
Players progressing through the Premium Battle Pass today are able to unlock the latest Mythic Skin.
Yes, we can.
But what if you don't play the hero with that Mythic Skin? It's going to make the Battle Pass a little less exciting to you.
That's where I'm stuck right now, you know? Hanzo, Mythic Skin, not even going to equip it. Just going to pass by and realize, oh, I played the Battle Pass. Didn't get any good skins, but I got it.
Missed the chance to get Cyber Demon Genji.
Yes.
Because you weren't around to play that first season.
No! No, I like the idea of being exclusive. If you didn't play the game during that time, tough titties. Good luck getting it in the shop at a different time. That's good. I like that.
Both of these scenarios, by giving you the option to earn any single Mythic Skin we've ever released.
Not good.
When you play through the Premium Battle Pass.
I don't like that. I'm a gatekeeper to cool skins, so I'm not a big fan of this. I realize I'm the asshole here.
But beyond this, we're aiming to make play in Overwatch 2 more rewarding with a total set of changes to the Battle Pass. We'll have more to share on that next year. Some of what we presented may change between now and release, but we wanted to be as open as possible on what we're developing, planning, or even thinking about. And this doesn't even touch on the longer-term franchise plan, but that's really a discussion for another day. Finally, I want to say that everyone here represents hundreds of employees on our team who care so much about this game and this work, and we can't wait to release it all. Thank you, BlizzCon.
And this is just a small glimpse of everything that we're working on. And even a glimpse of things that we didn't talk about today, like an image of a Peru map that's coming in the future that we also started this presentation off with. And there was, I'm sure people will talk about it online in the next few days, some other Easter eggs in this presentation that kind of give hints at some of the things that are coming next year as well. So thank you everyone so much, and we'll see you on the streets of Hanaoka.
Cool. I don't know if I'm biased, but ever since I started paying attention to, not really being forced to, but I started getting invited to like the dev, what do you call them, the creator summits and all that, it does seem like there are people that are actually into making the game better on the team, which is amazing. It's good news. I love that for everyone involved. I hope they continue like this. Can you go to the hero selection screen on Venture and look at the tanks? I think I saw a future hero. I don't think so. Let's see if we're wasting our time here. So when they full screen the gameplay. Oh, you mean this thing down here? Oh, interesting. Oh shit, they leak something? Oopsie. Well, who's that? Looks like they got a little green triangle thing. Oh. No, when I remember seeing that and people were freaking out about that. I was like, guys, it's just early Mauga art, but I didn't actually realize that Mauga's right above him. Oh. I love how beautiful the game is starting to look with all the heroes there. It makes it look like you can have fun and have like such a variety with every role that you select. Ugh, I love it. But thoughts on the future? I think this is good. I think that people aren't going to get as mad when they go on their win streaks or when they go on their lose streaks. I wonder how that actually is going to affect your competitive rank. I mean, it sounds good on paper, but I would have to see how much those numbers actually go up and down after every game. I'm extremely, extremely excited. As somebody who's never cared about my rank, I'm extremely excited to play competitive games with literally everybody. Okay? There were certain times where I'd be like, I want to play comp. Okay, I'll be honest. Even though I don't care about my rank, I want to play comp all the time because it just feels so much more serious. Like, it feels like the game actually matters, you know? And now I can do that with anybody. That's the thing that I'm most excited about. That's why I started paying attention the most in the competitive talk and all that. But that's lovely. But I'll have to see how it ends up playing out. For all we know, this could be a bad thing. And the bronze players who play with the diamond players, who obviously aren't going to shine in those matches, are going to just struggle and maybe hate Overwatch that much more because the games are that much harder because they're only queuing with their diamond friend instead of solo queuing. I'm truly excited for this new support character. I love support characters that are mobile and that hop around for the most part. It seems like they have a jetpack that they can use to just boost around the map. They had these two little antenna rocket booster things. Maybe it's one of those things where it just heals while you're within the radius of somebody, so you can actually be shooting and healing at the same time. I love characters like that, where you don't need to care about swapping between heals and shooting like BAP. I just want to do my own thing and then happen to be healing on the side. This is good. This is exciting. Good news. You're telling me you didn't enjoy that video? Well, that's kind of weird that you're still here then. If you want to go, you can just click on these two videos to leave immediately. No one's stopping you.
I need those emerald Zenyatta balls.